We're looking here at Liverpool v Arsenal, which is taking place this afternoon. What I want to show you here is something interesting when you look at the correct score market. Here you can see the current chance of anything happening in this match. You can see 1-0. That's about a 10 to 11% chance. 0-1 is about a 7% chance, although Soccer Mystic is saying slightly higher, but that could be for any number of reasons. But you can basically see that the chance that something is going to happen in this match and the chance of the correct score. Now, if I wind this forward, let's say 20 minutes or so, you can see how these have changed. So the chance of 0-0 was 8% at the start, and if we wind it forward to 20 minutes, let's pull it forward from there, you can see that the odds have changed. So it's moved up about 4%, 0-1's moved up about 4% as well, and 1-0 has moved and increased in value as well. If we look at 1-all, however, 1-all is remaining fairly static. We're seeing a bit of movement there, but not a significant amount. So how do you exploit that? And that's what I'm going to show you on the next video. We're going to fire up BetAngel and go in and take advantage of that. So now I've switched to BetAngel. We're looking at the Dutching screen. I've put in here back with a stake of 100. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back 0-0, 0-1 and 1-0. And you can see here basically we could win £300 if the match ends up 0-0, 0-1 or 1-0, but we're not necessarily looking for that on this particular occasion. We're looking for something else, but what I'm going to do is we'll place that bet. Let me just pull that in line so you can see the position that we're about to take. We know that the odds or the chance of 0-0, 0-1 and 1-0 is going to increase because we've just checked that out in Soccer Mystic. I could place fixed stake bets in here, or level stakes, but you don't want to do that because what we're looking at here is this percentage here. 25% of the book at the moment is made up from 0-0, 0-1 and 1-0. And we know that all three of those in price are going to move in. If we used level stakes or some fixed stake system, the rate at which those move in come out of all proportion. But if you're using Dutching, then BetAngel will do all the complicated maths for you and work out what your stake should be based upon the odds and the percentage implied chance that this is going to occur. So if I hit the place bets button now, you can see we've got confirmation there because we've got confirm bets on. Backing 0-0, backing 0-1, backing 1-all. So yes, we'll put that order in. And we'll return to this in a bit when the match gets underway. The match is due to get underway in about a minute's time. So we'll come back and have a look at this at that particular point. We are now about 10 minutes into the match, and I can tell you we're about £7 up. We're about 7% up on the deal, based upon the fact that the prices have moved sufficiently enough for us to be able to green out now for about a £7 profit, 7%, because we used a stake of £100. So you can see 10 minutes old, up 7%, and that's one of the benefits of using this strategy. Now we have to make a judgment upon whether there's going to be a goal early on or not, and so on. But even if there is a goal, you can see that if the goal goes to Arsenal, their price will contract fairly significantly. Liverpool slightly less so, but obviously you'd lose on the 0-0. But we can green out now because obviously the size of our bet was 25.1% of book, and now it's 28%, and that movement has created the profit, which is now up to £8 or so. But we'll green this out in a second and close out our position. So you see we're now up to 29%. We're about 12 minutes into the match. If I go to the one-click screen, you can see that we're all green, £14 or so, just subject to which one of these prices is going to move. I'm going to hit the green out button at this point. It'll take a few seconds for those bets to go through. I've still got confirmed bets on. Have confirmed bets on if you want to understand exactly what it's doing at any one point. But obviously, mainly people tend to have confirmed bets off because there's no need to keep this on permanently all of the time. But just for clarity in terms of what it's doing at any one point, you may want to have confirmed bets on. But there you go, £13 profit for a few minutes work.